find anything of interest along the way. We did hear lions vocalizing to the south of us, which is in the direction of Twin Dams and Treehouse Dam last night when we were sitting around the campfire. So they could well have come further north onto our property. It'll be worth investigating. I can hear Alex and Brent doing a few tests, so that may be good news that they'll be getting out shortly. Just hear through my earpiece that they seem to be testing a few things, which is great news. I saw some small tracks on top of the actual elephant tracks and just got out to double check what they were, and they looked to be civet tracks. Now civets are a nocturnal animal that hopefully we'll be seeing, because we are spending more time with the spotlights in the evening now that the sun goes down a bit earlier. But what we can read into that is that because a nocturnal animal has moved on top of these elephant tracks, we can assume and guess that the elephants moved here earlier in the evening, therefore it's given the nocturnal animal time to actually pass over on top of those tracks. So that way I can kind of guess that these elephant tracks are from earlier last night than earlier this morning, rather than earlier this morning.
Excellent for us, so we're a little bit late getting going, but nice to be back, and I hope everyone enjoys. While Scott's checking the eastern sections of the property, where we had some lions calling last night, I'm going to head down towards the hyena den, see if we can find any action there. So great to be back in the sands again. Thankfully it was a short sabbatical between my last drives and now. And very excited to be on game drive with everyone this morning. And looking forward to finding you some animals. Into the hyena den at the moment, so hopefully there's some action. Over to Scott.
Welcome back, and myself and Brian have just been saying how wonderful it is that we've got both vehicles up and running again, because we can chop and change between the two vehicles, thus bringing you twice as much content than we would originally be able to. So really enjoying this, and I hope you enjoyed seeing Brent, and for those of you who are new, meeting Brent for the first time. We're here at Treehouse Dam, and it's a dam that has provided us with so much great viewing over the last few months. And a lot of the time there are buffalo here, and along with the buffalo come these beautiful red-billed oxpeckers. As you'll notice, this one's hopping around looking for ticks, which are ectoparasites that suck the blood from these buffalo as well as a lot of the other mammals out here. And without these birds helping to groom them, a lot of the animals would have a lot of problems from these ectoparasites. An adult oxpecker can eat between 100 and 200 fully grown ticks every day. So that gives you an idea of the help that they are providing the herbivores with. bull that we're looking at now he's just swallowed, and another bolus has just popped into his mouth, another bolus of cud. So let's watch closely, and you'll notice that he'll chew this for about 30 seconds or so, and then you'll notice him pause and break and swallow, and then wait for the next bolus of cud to be regurgitated up from some of the first chambers of the stomach, their four-chambered stomach. And this ensures that they really do process whatever they feed effectively. Each of these animals, it's difficult to say. There'll be a wide variety between all of the bulls that we can see here, but I would say anywhere from kind of 15 to 25 years of age would be the rough age of these older bulls. They've got about a 25 to 30 year lifespan roughly. But some will certainly be older than others. It's so difficult to guess the age of these animals accurately. The only way to be sure is to actually know when they were born, and with animals like buffalo, we sadly don't really keep track of their lives to the degree that we do with the lion and the leopard, for example. Did you copy that, Alex? He's on 5-4. Answer 3, excuse me, will be the winner of this competition. There's actually two major birds, excuse me, that you can hear. One of which is one that we saw earlier, which has got a very distinctive call, and another one's got a louder shriek. So put through your guesses and suggestions. I'll carry on. That's long enough for the test. It's the cake because she gave the full name, brown-headed parrot, whereas Linda, I think, just said it was a parrot, but both are correct. And has anyone sent through another bird call? Because there was another one that I was hoping people were going to pick up on that we did hear calling a little bit earlier on the drive. Okay, and we've just got one through from Safari, black-headed oriole, so that's the other bird that we could hear calling, and well done to Safari for getting that right. And Brian, in the meantime, has found some grey hornbills. So, less bright coloration, especially on the beak, than the yellow-billed and red-billed hornbills that we do find in this area. But they still are comical and great to watch. They've got a very nice call. The southern grey hornbill, also quite different to the red-billed and yellow-billed. It's more of a whistling. So you can hear these ones calling now that are kind of in front of us, and when they stop, I'm guessing the ones to the right might fire up again. Come on. Okay, I just want to try and get you a visual of these birds. They make such a funny movement when they're doing their call. They're green wood hoopoes. Here. I'm glad you got to see this. I'm just going to creep forward and see if we can find the next family, because I'd love you to see them calling. They whip their tails up and down in the air as they call, and it really does look interesting. It means cackling or laughing sisters. And I guess you can hear why they've been given that name. That's how it goes. Sadly, we didn't see it, but That's how it goes. Like most things in life, I guess, there's positives and negatives to any situation you find yourself in. And one of the negative scenarios we find when the weather is overcast is that it does make tracking more difficult. And the reason being is that without sunlight casting shadows onto tracks or illuminating tracks clearly, especially in the early morning and late afternoon when the sun's coming in at an angle, it makes it really difficult to see the actual depressions in the sand. So you do have to look really closely, and that's why I decided to do quite a big loop just to ensure that I covered enough ground to make sure I didn't miss out on any tracks.